Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Dr. Dale Brown, a chiropractor in Clarksville, Tennessee, also referred to as the Wild Doc. I'm going to give you my thoughts on Senator Angela's berating of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and her disrespect to even give him the time of day to appropriately explain what he meant when he said black children should not get the same vaccines as whites.
I quote, "We should not be giving black people the same vaccine schedule that's given to whites because their immune system is better than ours." Can you please explain what you meant?
There's a series of studies, I think most of them by Poland, that show that the particular antigens that blacks have a much stronger reaction. There's differences in reaction to different products by different races.
So I have 17 seconds left. Let me just ask you then. So what different vaccine schedule would you say I should have received? What different vaccine schedule should I have received?
I mean, the Pollen article suggests that blacks need fewer antigens than...
This is so dangerous.
You get the same measles vaccine.
Mr. Kennedy, with all due respect, that is so dangerous. Your voice would be a voice that parents would listen to.
So Senator Angela is literally giving Robert F. Kennedy Jr. 17 seconds, and she didn't even give him that to clarify what he meant. So I'm going to do my best to clarify what I believe Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was trying to say when he said maybe we shouldn't be giving blacks the same vaccines as we give everybody else. All right. What he is referring to is the Poland studies. The Poland studies found that African Americans, black by race, they had a higher antibody response to measles vaccines than others. And there is research out there. And in fact, there was research conducted without the parents' knowledge here in the United States in LA on African Americans, blacks, and Latinos. They didn't tell parents, but they were using an experimental vaccine. They had to pull it because of the research that was being conducted overseas. And what the overseas research found was that those individuals, specifically girls, were having higher antibody responses, meaning their immune system was responding stronger to the vaccine. The girls that had higher antibody responses had the highest mortality rate. So vaccines that didn't stimulate as strong of an antibody response, also referred to as low virus or low titer vaccines, those high titer vaccines, the ones that gave the children a stronger immune response, they caused a greater number of children to die, and thus they had to stop those studies. So what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is doing is he is saying maybe it's inappropriate to give the same thing to every single person out there, no matter what their race or their sex is. And Senator, it is dangerous because what he is doing is he is actually, you are dangerous, is what I mean. He is trying to protect you and your children from possible harm. And you are ignoring him, and you're not even giving him the time of day that would be appropriate to allow him to explain what he meant. You only wanted to get your voice across, your opinion across to the U.S. people. You know, when you ask what different vaccines should I have received, if you would allow RFK to explain it, he might have said, well, luckily you didn't receive the higher titer vaccines because you might be dead and not here to say what you're saying, and ignore me and ignore critical questions that people like him are asking. If there are vaccines that stimulate higher antibody responses, and those vaccines that stimulate higher responses in a subset of the population given those vaccines, like girls at least, and that increase in the strength of their immune response to the vaccine correlates with an increased risk of dying, maybe we should ask the question that when we see higher antibody responses in African Americans, in Black children, maybe we should ask the question, would that be similar to what happened to the girls in these other clinical trials? And maybe it'd be inappropriate and dangerous to continue vaccinating every single child with the same vaccine, no matter what their race is. That is dangerous, to continue to ignore the science that's available to us all and allow politicians to not allow educated individuals like RFK to ask critical questions about maybe we can make a vaccine safer. At least ask that question, but you wouldn't even give him 17 seconds out of your time. All right. Take it for what it is. Let me know in the comments if you think what she did is ignorance or evil. I'm going to go on that for a while here. I want to know, are our politicians ignorant of the truth? And I can't even conceptualize how so many African American politicians are ignoring the fact that there is research that's been published and research that's been covered up that has shown that African American children, Black children, are at a higher risk of vaccine injury. Why are they so pro-vaccine and won't even give anybody who seems to question vaccines the time of day? I can't fathom it. So I'm asking the question to you all in the comments, ignorance or evil, which is it?